Hi, this is Alana Hill, speaker, author of the Love is a Catalyst series, and consultant. As a change leadership expert, I love asking people, what's your catalyst? That question requires people to think critically about what motivates them. It requires them to think about the events in their lives that have brought them to certain decisions that they've made so far and to decisions that they'll make moving forward. It requires them to think not only about what they like and what they dislike, but why they like and dislike certain things. It requires them to think about what motivates them to move from point A to point B, but just as importantly, what motivates them to stay at point B. Because there's nothing more unfortunate than to see someone go through the process of life change only to regress and fall back because they've not put the guardrails in place to maintain their change. So I want to leave you with a couple of points on how to sustain your life change, how to have lasting change, not a resolution, not a momentary change, but lasting and impactful change. Number one, you have to measure what it is that you're changing, because what we measure is what we can be accountable to. If we've said, oh, I want to run more, that in itself is not measurable, but I want to run 3 miles every day is measurable. There's an app for that. So if you're setting up a new habit or a new way of life, find ways to measure it, because measuring it will hold you accountable. Measuring will also keep you motivated, because as you reach those goals and as you accomplish them, you have the opportunity to constantly look back at what you've already accomplished. Nothing helps move you forward like knowing what you've already overcome. So set up reminders of what you've already overcome to help you keep moving forward. Thirdly, you want to have a threshold. So you set up your measurements, you keep reminding yourself of what you've already overcome, but you set up thresholds, because unfortunately human nature is that, we can start something great, running regularly, reading regularly, watching less TV. See, these things that we define by less or more can be nebulous. Takes you back to measure. But if you set up guardrails and thresholds that say, if I haven't run 5 miles, then I need to increase my mileage next week. Something that you can, when you hit that, it causes you to course correct. When we don't set up those thresholds, we'll continue to follow the course of change. For example, I lost 40 pounds 16 years ago. I've kept the weight off by establishing a threshold of weight that if I reach a certain number, I course correct. If we don't establish these types of boundaries, then it's easy to fall off the rails, and before we know it, we're back at square one. And nothing is more frustrating than repeating square one. So I encourage you, as you're looking at life change, if you're looking at lasting, impactful life change, ways to keep that going are to measure it, to set up ways of reflection and understanding what you've already done, and then setting up thresholds that help you not go too far off track and undo your great progress. I look forward to sharing more great details with you right here on this YouTube channel, so please subscribe and tune in. Thank you.